we're doing a new experience to start off like these vlogs or documentations because I wanted to do something. And we're about to try Wawa. Never had this before. Pretty excited. I've heard good things about this place, so we're about to go in. Let's see what we can get. All right. And then obviously we got a panini, so we gotta show y'all the panini, bruh. Got the Wawa panini, bruh. Hey panini, don't you be a meanie. And this we will take a bite of real quick, just to see what Wawa's really about, bro. All right, so got the panini. Yeah, I'm coming back. Wawa, genuinely, 8 out of 10, solid spot. Protein, good taste, nice and fresh. So, there you go. Just so you all know, I had to turn the camera on and then walk out the room and then walk back in the room so I could just do this little bit, just to let y'all know. But if you're struggling with an addiction, don't feel guilty, all right? I'm here for you because I've been struggling with my own addiction for 5 years now, and now we're on day 4, which doesn't seem like a lot, but remember, we're biting the bullet and we're taking action and commitment, and we're going to go to a year. And I want to make sure that like the people that watch this also can relate, and then they can also be inspired to quit and maybe vlog themselves quitting themselves, like, you know, why not? But I always felt guilty every time I did my addiction, and then that guilt would cause me to continue doing my addiction so I could escape my guilt. This is like a trap, a mental trap, basically. And we all need to just escape this mental trap. But let's look at why the guilt keeps us trapped. So basically, most of us think that we should beat ourselves up after failing something. We think that's like the first step to being good, basically. This is the biggest lie addiction can tell us, because in reality what's happening is the brain is using the guilt as a chemical trigger to keep you in your addiction. This is what we would call abstinence violation effect, also known as the what the hell effect, basically. Let's say I made a mistake, all right? And that mistake made me relapse in my addiction. So now my brain is gonna start flooding with cortisol, which is the stress hormone, by the way. And knowing myself, I'm most likely gonna feel like a failure because of that relapse. So I will ruin the 4 days of progress, most likely, and I would be back to day 1. But because my brain is now in like a high state of stress, for my relapse, the brain will look for the fastest way to feel okay again. And it will say, what the hell? Like, I already failed. I might as well keep going today and start again tomorrow. So you think the guilt is there to prove like how much you care about this goal, but in reality, all it's doing is providing more stress triggers that my addiction needs to justify the continuous use. Basically, it's yourself like self-loathing to stay in the cage. That's what we could say. We could, however, avoid the self-loathing / guilt, but there's no scientific process, but I could tell you the process that's been working for me. So immediately, step 1, immediately disassociate yourself with the guilt. If you keep believing you're the mistake, then you can't fix any of your addictions. Create a distance between yourself as well. And if you look for solutions rather than focusing on your guilt, only positive changes can happen. Step 2, when you feel the guilt in your body, go sit in your room for like a minimum of 7 minutes. Lock the door, no phone, no scrolling, just nothing, pure silence, all right? This is where you will realize where the guilt is, and like you might try and find where it's coming from. If you're unable to sit there with the guilt and you relapse again, then it just confirms that you're burying your own problems. So you want to process the mistake and learn to sit with it so it doesn't have any control on you in the future. Step 3, don't wait for tomorrow to start something. Tomorrow is basically a lie. Today was yesterday's tomorrow, and tomorrow will be today. So live in the present moment and only take action that is vital. All right? But enough said. That's all I got on guilt today. In conclusion, guilt is basically your ego just trying to feel important when you're failing. So in reality, you just want to avoid the guilt. Like, acknowledge that you feel guilty, but then also acknowledge the action you can take to move forward from the guilt. But we're 4 days closer now to the goal, and I keep saying like this is a vlog, but these are just like little mini segments to where I can educate people and hold me accountable to day 5, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow.